an existential threat to our democracy and our most fundamental freedoms. Remember the chaos, the division, the attacks that took rights and liberties from the American people. We cannot allow that to happen again. Make an investment in our campaign, and together we can protect our freedoms and keep the White House. Thank you.
All right, let's say she's hypothetically right? I want you to think about this, right? Because somebody said this to me and they were right. They said when nobody's thinking about politics and it's boring, it's better. But the way politics is right now is very heightened. People are very in their feelings and shit like that. Granted, you could vote for whoever you want to vote for, but I'm not telling anybody to vote for anybody or vote for this party or that party. I just want you to look at the facts. So, when Trump was in office, right? Did we have any war? We have a lot of wars going on right now. A lot of people fighting. You got the Israelis and the Muslim people and the Palestinian people are fighting for whatever reason. Not going to get into that. You got Ukraine and Russia fighting. We had a lot of forest fire. We even had a forest fire in Hawaii, and they basically took those people land if they can build back properties on that. But nobody's going to talk about that. We had a fire in Canada, which actually came over here a little bit because they're trying to pay the farmers off not to farm. At the same token, we have one of the highest interest rate in history. Gas prices through the fucking roof, right? Food prices is through the roof. These pantry lines that used to be short, now they're even longer. We got mad different migrants that's coming in the country that's unfiltered. But they're saying that this guy's going to fast track them for them to become citizens. We don't know how true that is. But I want you to look at the difference when Trump was in office and when Biden was in office. Look at the difference. So I see them parading around this picture right now to say that Kamala Harris is going to be the next president. Maybe if this was a white woman, it would have probably been suited. But the two purple outfit is right. Simpsons is always right. Most of the time Simpsons is right. But in this case, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of on the fence. But vote for who you want to vote for. But at the same token, I want you to look at the difference when Trump was in office and when Biden was in office, and see the big difference of the transparency of both presidents. Biden is trying to leave office because he's trying to live whatever is left of his life out. So he dropped out. So this is why they're trying to push Kamala Harris to be the next president. But Kamala Harris has been in office for 3.5, closing on 4 years now, and she has done nothing for anybody. They say she's Jamaican. Her father is, but she hasn't done not one thing. Biden also said, if you're black, vote Biden. But they didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, they did more for the LGBT community and they did more for the Oriental people, but nothing for black. As far as I'm concerned, black is just we're just pawns on a board. They get what they want, and that's that. We don't get anything. So y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Look at the difference. Y'all need to do y'all due diligence research, compare and contrast, see both presidency, see the difference, and ask yourself who you think is a better candidate for you. And don't just vote Democrat or Republican because your appearance is of that party. Do your research before you cast your vote. All these immigrants is coming in. America is in trillions of dollars worth of debt unfiltered because America is trying to get the oil money. Joe Biden sold 2 of them oil wells, and we're pretty much in more debt than anything else. So do your research before y'all vote and see who's a better candidate for you. But just don't vote just to vote. Because me personally, I think voting is a waste of time, especially for black people. We need to come together as a community first before we decide to vote first. And we're not a community. So I would highly recommend I would fall back for the time being, because voting is not going to do us any good. Because white people get what they need, Jewish people get what they need, Orient people get what they need, black people don't get anything. I see Trump sign a bill to give cops immunity just in case they get arrested and shit like that. I don't know what's that about. Biden, on the other hand, say if you vote black, vote. He said if you're black, vote Biden, but he didn't do anything for us. So both parties is using everybody. How is it benefit for us black people? I mean, use your brain.
1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations, and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. Bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
Not like us. No, they not.
They not like us. Is that how you speak when you're at a debate? Is that how you speak when you're in front of a convention?
Good morning, AIPAC. Good morning. What an honor. No, we must stand with Israel.
Do you support reparations for black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. Which is why I support the United States commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I stand here clear-eyed about the dangers of division in our country and in our world, understanding why a state for the Jewish people is so essential.
Do you support reparations for black people?
No.
As they say, they not